Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It is the second day that I'm on my break. I am here with my beautiful H cup from Lily Pulitzer. My name is Heather, so I got this as a birthday present last year. Lily Pulitzer, fun fact, was the first planner that I ever bought. Believe it or not, it was like the first like big bulky planner that I ever purchased in my life. So that's fun. But I don't use her planners anymore. But what I do enjoy is I love to I like to use like, the pens and like kind of some of the stationery, like the smaller bits of stationery or even cups. They have bags, lunch boxes, lunch kits, so I made my little trusty nice morning cup of coffee, but I thought I would hop on today and do my weekly planning with you. I thought that would be fun, but I'm doing it a different way versus like you kind of just looking at the camera. I want to kind of show you and walk you through what I'm planning for today for my family. Today is Tuesday, December 23rd, and tomorrow is something called Vigilia. And Vigilia is like a Polish Christmas with the 12, it's supposed to be kind of like reminiscent of the 12 fishes. But it's not 12 fishes, it's just 12 dishes. Very, very Polish and very traditional. My husband is Polish. So we are doing so it's kind of like you get different types of borscht. You get red borscht, you get mushroom borscht, you get pierogi, mushroom pierogi, potato pierogi, cheese pierogi, blueberry pierogi, cabbage pierogi. It's just and then it's just a combination of like lots of variety of like different like meatless dishes. And then you also like right before we have our big meal, we do a family special prayer together, and then we actually take the communion wafers and break bread and wish each other like just a wonderful like it's like you're wishing I guess like life and newness and prosperity for the next year. So it's pretty cool. It's almost like an affirmation time where you're affirming and you're naming out loud blessings for another person. So who wouldn't like that, right? But let's get down to planning. So I actually had to take out this week all of my folio stuff. See, my folio is like small. I actually just am walking around with my December planner, and I'm walking around with my weekly actions book from Makselife. Now I have my little Cocoa Daisy pen pouch. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, take out my black pen. I got this Cocoa Daisy pouch from the subscription box. So today's Tuesday. It is a little bit snowy in the state of New Jersey. Today's baking day. So I thought it would be fun with you if I maybe, went through like my recipes. So I have my computer here on the side actually. So let me turn it on. So I want you guys to know, this is kind of going to be me talking to you about like the things I want to bake or make for the holiday. What do you have in store? Some people do, I personally know teachers who don't celebrate Christmas, but I also know people who do. But we all celebrate New Year's. So if you get any good ideas on celebrating something fun, maybe a recipe, or if you have one, leave it in the comments, because I'm really trying to figure out, like we're preparing for Vigilia, but then we also celebrate Christmas Day, and then we do a big New Year's party. So I'm gonna look up my first recipe, and here's what I did. So this is my weekly calendar. This is the planner from the Planner Perfect subscription box, by the way. It's nice and small. It's very light. Even with like all my little decoration stuff going on, she weighs nothing. So she's just like a pop in the bag and go. That's what I really like about this new system that I created. So I just kind of mapped out some important things that I need to work on every day of the week. I did this ahead of time. And today, here's my blank page. I set her up already. And this is going to be my menu list. So I thought it'd be nice to kind of do that together. So I have mushrooms. I bought like a huge case of mushrooms. So I need to kind of think of a wonderful, delicious mushroom dish. So I'm on YouTube right now. And I'm wondering, like, what could I possibly make with mushrooms? Like a mushroom dish. So, mushroom dish. And here's what I really enjoy about like using mushrooms in dishes. Mushrooms basically take the flavor of anything you mix them with. That's what I actually mostly like about mushrooms. There's like a sauteed garlic mushroom recipe I could do. There's a creamy garlic mushroom sauce. Glazed mushrooms, I'm gonna look that up, maybe glazed mushrooms. I usually always make a mushroom rice, by the way. I literally I have so many mushrooms that like I can probably do 2 dishes with the amount of mushrooms I have. So mushroom rice, that's something I'm definitely gonna make. Maybe like a mushroom gravy, but my husband's mom, she's making like a very special mushroom gravy with like some wild mushrooms they literally get the mushrooms for this dish that we're gonna have for Vigilia. It's shipped from Poland, these mushrooms. So I just thought it'd be like really cool. The flu, believe it or not, is rampant in our whole huge household. My husband was very sick. He's a little bit better. But he got the flu, his brother got the flu, his father got the flu. I mean, it's just, all of us, me and my children have been isolating, but like, it's just scary. It's just like, you know, no one wants to get so terribly sick before the holidays. There's a nice garlic butter mushroom recipe, so. Garlic butter mushroom sauteed. Mushrooms sauteed. All right, I think that's it. Three is enough. So what I'm doing basically, so remember that if you watch my videos, my planner pages are all blank. They're not even lined. They don't have dot grid. I just write out what I need to do that day, or maybe if I have to do special recipes or grocery lists, like that's what I use this planner for. Because I'm not, you know, it's kind of like my day-to-day planner, or if I have to pick up the kids at a certain time from work or something, like that's typically how I use it. Now I'm also making, it's almost like a soft gingerbread cookie. And I used to make this all the time. I have never I just stopped having the time. And they're not gingerbread cookies, I'm sorry, they're soft ginger cookies. So I'm definitely making, they're called ginger molasses cookies specifically, but they're very soft and chewy, and I am making a batch of ginger molasses cookies. That I definitely, molasses cookie. All right, and rice pudding. That's something that my children, they love rice pudding. So I have like, it's like it's not the Spanish arroz con dulce because I'm Puerto Rican. So of course I'm gonna bring a little bit of Puerto Rican flair into my Christmas baking and cooking this year. But the arroz con dulce is like a very sweet, delicious Spanish, Puerto Rican. It's almost like it's like a rice pudding, but it's a thicker one, and it's very, very sweet and delicious. It's baked, I believe, too. You can do it like in a big pot, or you can do it baked. I don't make it so sweet, so mine is like, you know, scaled back version. So it's more like a baked. It's more like just a typical rice pudding, but I like to put coconut milk and evaporated milk in there, and So my daughter, my two little ones, they love it. So I want to make a rice pudding today. And I'll probably make like maybe 2 cups of it. I won't make too much. It's just enough so everybody can enjoy. I know my oldest daughter, she's making a tiramisu. So we know that's on the list. They will probably make the tiramisu, I think, tomorrow. Only because it's the tiramisu specifically for Christmas Day. But these 3 dishes, the rice pudding, the ginger molasses, the mushroom, that's for Vigilia. That's for tomorrow. So I want to make sure we have that set up. Trying to think of any other. I was thinking of like a soft shortbread cookie. And a cranberry Christmas cake. So that's something fun. All right, so that's on the list. That's what I'm kind of making. But now let's talk about Christmas dinner. So Christmas dinner, me and my daughter usually make like a huge charcuterie board. Charcuterie. I went to a place in New Jersey called Uncle Giuseppe's, and I got like wonderful, like, you know, mozzarella balls, some olives. I got like dried fruit. I got just like a bunch of different things. Fontina cheese. I got Swiss. I got fondue. I mean, I just got a lot of like those things that you put, you'd have in a charcuterie. We do have to go buy the fruits though. I'm gonna put to buy. Now I'm just gonna add a little to buy box here, and I need to just buy some fruit for the charcuterie. So we're gonna have like a nice little appetizer section. I got some salamis, which is good. I love like the Italian salami. So I got a combination of the sopressata, the calabrese, the peppered salami. So I got a little combination of those. We got cucumber. So maybe I think what I'm gonna do, I'll buy another cucumber just in case. Maybe like 2 more cucumbers so I can kind of split it up throughout the charcuterie tray. We have like a long charcuterie board, so I think I want to like use the long one. Let's see. I am making, and I want to give you the right name. And of course, the actual name of it, it's called ensalada de coditos. Right? Ensalada de coditos, or in English, Puerto Rican macaroni salad. It is so good. It's so like the very tart. It's like basically it's elbow or any kind of small macaroni with ham, peppers, some red onion put in it. And what makes it, I guess, the whole Puerto Rican flair is like the kind of vinegars that we put in it, along with like the coriander and just like a lot of the different extra, you know, Spanish spices that you put that, you know, sometimes not everyone puts in a macaroni salad. So I love making that salad. So we will be making a delicious macaroni salad. I'll be making that. So I have kind of more or less all of the dishes for that. I have to make sure I do have a red wine vinegar though, because the red wine vinegar is what makes it. I have the olive oils, I have all the other stuff, so, oh, and then the peppers. All right, a tenderloin probably. They had a beautiful tenderloin in, like a beautiful pork tenderloin in Giuseppe's yesterday, but it's just way too, it was like 20, 25 bucks for like small piece, and I'm feeding for 25. So maybe I'll stop by another market. But here, this is how I set up my little shopping, grocery, like Christmas list. So I'm gonna go into my companion notebook from Makselife. I'm gonna go into my December. I basically just bought these tabs online so I could find it easily. So I'm gonna go into the month of December. I filled this out ahead of time, so I'll show you guys what my planning looks like. So it's actually, I actually just kind of mixed up all the colors and it doesn't look nice. Usually I pick like very muted tones and everything matches, and today was just like, after I did all the coloring with the highlighter, I'm like, oh, it's like nothing matches, but you know, it is what it is. But let me talk to you a little bit about my weekly actions for this week, because that's the meat and potatoes for me. So I would like to daily journal 2 pages at least. Work on my daily intentions book. If I have it here, let me see. Sometimes I just take that daily intentions book with me. It is the, you see it, the Makselife. It is the Makselife daily intentions book. It is like, what I like about this, it's like sometimes journals, like they take long. This is meant to take maybe 5 minutes of your day. It's a 5-minute reflection piece, setting your intentions, setting what you want to do for the day. Easy peasy. So I want to make sure I do my daily intentions. Gratitude page. I do have like inside my folio, like a gratitude page that I do fill out. It's kind of like a 1 line of gratitude a day. Fun and recreation. We're making cookies, ginger cake. I forgot to add the ginger cake. A ginger cake. I was going to make a ginger cake as well. They're very easy to make, so that can be like knocked out in half an hour. The ginger cake and bread roll. My son loves these they're like the Pioneer Woman bread rolls. So I always like to make them for Christmas. So bread rolls for my son. He likes those. I forgot to add that to my list. Work and learning. I have an Advent challenge on my online community right now. We're at day 3 today. Sometime in the day, I'm gonna post Advent day 4. Like a little 5-day reflection piece and journaling activity where every day you just kind of spend one different area reflecting on your life, your personal life, your life as a teacher, the moments that mattered in your life throughout the year. It's just to give anyone who participates in that challenge the opportunity to kind of really reflect, because this is the time that you want to do that, or January. But like, you want to always take stock and reflect on your time in your life and the efforts that you put into your life. The effort, the grows, the glows, the great moments, the not so great moments, the lessons learned. And you want to take stock of that like every year, you know, to just see what areas of life that you grew in and what areas of life you want to work on for the following year. So that's what the Advent Challenge is all about. My teacher community, the Teacher Inspiration Hub, we're constantly working on items there. Family relationships, we had to do a deep cleaning and we're still not quite done, but we threw away at least 4 huge bags of garbage. I was gonna say bags and boxes, but it was like one of them was a huge box, but then like 3 huge bags of garbage. As you can see, our Christmas tree is up, but I still have to kind of put a few other things up. Cooking and baking. My oldest daughter, I want to buy her a coat, but we might not have time to get it before Christmas because she's working. It's Christmas season, so she works in retail, and so it's just it's just a matter of like her being off of work and then maybe having the time to take her to go buy a coat. Health and wellness. I did want to take a walk. Did I take a walk yesterday? Because today's Tuesday, it's Monday. I did. I actually spent like a good amount of time outside, which was nice. So, and then spiritual and personal growth. I have my Be Free Women's Bible Study course, and then I also like have a Bible journal. Like it's a combination of both. So every night I'm trying to. I did not read it yesterday, but I want to work on that today. That's a goal tonight before I go to bed, is to kind of go into my Be Free course, listen to it's like a 20-minute lesson you listen to, and then you write about like certain scriptures and you read them and you reflect upon what you learned. So I want to work on that tonight. Financial. I wrote down cautious gifting. So in terms of financial and cautious gifting, the economy is tough. I'm a mom. I said, me and my husband's working today, right? He's working. He worked yesterday, and he had the flu. He's recovering from the flu, and he started to go to work full time. And this year, I have made a really really conscious choice, but like I feel like it was needed. You know, I phrased it as the term cautious gifting. And I think, I'm just gonna take a sip of my coffee. I think that sometimes like this whole concept of gift giving, it just gets out of hand. And like, you know, I just feel like the whole purpose of giving a gift is like, you know, people should appreciate, we should be appreciative of even the small things that we receive from people. And I just personally felt like the habit that I was building was, you know, I was financially taking a huge hit to give the nieces and nephews. Like, oh, they want all these amazing gifts and I have to spend all this money. And I'm just like, I don't think that's good. I don't even think that's good to be doing for children all the time, you know, like, you know, kids don't need expensive gifts. Like they're, you know, we underestimate, I think, like how appreciative they are of just time with family and just different types of gifts. So this year, instead of going all out, and you know, I used to budget like $50 to $60 a child, which is, you know, I don't know if you're watching this and that's how much you spend. God bless you. I don't have that much money. I have three grown children. One is going to college. So I felt like I had to really be cognizant of where my financials are being like divided into. So I just felt like cautious gifting, and I decided to do educational board games. And yeah, that's literally where I went. So for the babies, I got little physical like toys, you know, that they could kind of like learn, and you know, like the tactile stuff that children learn. It's like it's good for them to actually like play with physical toys. But the other kids, they're like in elementary school. So I said, why, you know, they have lots of toys already that I know of. So I said, you know what, everyone's getting something educational. So I think for my niece, she likes to take photos. So her mom shared with me like a camera that she could take of like, you know, of different projects and activities, because she's in 2nd grade and she does like canvas art. So I said, you know what? I said, let me get her a small kid's camera. I got my other niece 2 books because she loves to read, and her mom said, I only want her to get books for the year for Christmas. And then the other ones in elementary, they have so many toys or Legos. I said, you know, I'm gonna keep getting them the same thing they get, or a board game and something different and fun that's gonna make them sit and think, and also that's gonna pull them away from the phone, pull them away from the iPads. And I thought that would be something like beneficial for them and for their growth and for their learning. And they learn how to play with other children and interact with other people, which is really, I think, important. And then physical environment, I'm cleaning out my son's drawers. My daughter started cleaning out her drawers, and then Christmas setup. So that's it. That's kind of like my weekly actions. What I'm going to do now actually is look at like, let's see, where can I map it? So I never want to leave you guys out with like the part that like is not helpful. So tomorrow is Vigilia. It's like a holiday. It's like the last minute, like kind of, you know, fun stuff, just setting up the house. Christmas Day, Mama ain't doing nothing. So I'm gonna be baking in the kitchen, but I mean, throughout that, I think I'm gonna work on cleaning out my son's drawers, because I feel like that's like a big project. And I know for a fact that he probably has like shorts and shirts or stuff that's old. And I'm just like, no, I've got to get rid of it. Today I'm posting Advent number 4. And if you're interested in kind of like, if you are a teacher or you're someone who wants to think about reflecting throughout the year, in the description, there's a link that will give you direct access to my online community, the Teacher Inspiration Hub. And inside the classroom, there's a classroom that literally says Advent Teacher Challenge, 5 days, and you're more than welcome to just hop in. So if you're interested, just click the link in the description for it. See, I think that's it. I think that's kind of like where I am right now so far. So here's my little, not necessarily scripting, but kind of mapping out what I know I have to do. But I will actually add that I'm gonna Xmas setup for the holiday. My two daughters will probably set up the whole like big house because I do have like a sign that like a huge like, you know, nice decorative sign that we want to put on the wall. So I'm gonna have my daughters set it up, and then while I'm in the kitchen and you know kind of setting things up, I'm also gonna reorganize my son's drawers. So I'll just put boys' drawers to reorganize. Okay, somewhere in the middle of all this madness, I do have to go online and work on some things for school. I think it's like some paperwork that I have to have submitted before Christmas. So I have to make sure, I have to get on the computer today and get that done. And then I think what I'm also going to work on, I have to make sure to check in and post online. With my community. So I just kind of always like to share like a fun, positive or motivational quote, a post or a little message for my online community. So I'm gonna make sure to check in with my community and my Advent challenge. And then I do have some editing from a video that I had for my YouTube channel. All right, so that's it in a nutshell. That's kind of like right now what I'm working on, because mostly I'm going to be staying home. If if I have to go buy something, I'm just going to kind of, you know, go outside quickly. But overall, this is it. This is kind of me walking you through my planning for my daily planning. At least this is more of like a daily plan with me. I thought it'd be pretty cool for you guys to see what it looks like. So here it is, guys. This is literally what I'm using to kind of get me through each day for the holidays. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.